All right. Are you tired of the same old boring drinks? The stuff you just grab off the shelf? Good, because today we're going on a quest. A quest to brew an elixir that actually bites back.
So, I want you to forget everything you think you know about soft drinks. Seriously. We're leaving all that mass-produced stuff way, way behind and stepping into this kind of magical world of homemade brewing. Look, this isn't just about making a drink, right? It's about crafting an entire experience.
And what a difference it is. I mean, on one hand, you've got your generic soda. Predictable, artificial, and let's be honest, kind of boring. But on the other hand, you have this handcrafted nectar that you get to make. We're talking complex, spicy, and completely all-natural.
But you know what the best part is? From one single brew, you get to choose the final form. You can turn it into a fantastic sparkling non-alcoholic soda or a buzzing alcoholic mead. The power is literally in your hands.
All right, so every great quest has to start somewhere, right? And for us, it's about gathering our supplies. So let's dive in and take a look at all the magical provisions we're going to need to whip up this incredible potion.
Okay, so inside your Nectar Society Elixir Kit, you're going to find everything you need to channel that inner alchemist. First up, you've got that all-important triple root blend. Then, there's this little packet of what I honestly like to call magic champagne yeast. And if you decide to go down the mead path, you'll even find a balloon, a zip tie, and yep, a single gold pin. It's all right there for you.
Now, there are a few things you'll need to find yourself. First, and this is the soul of the brew, you'll need about 750 grams to a full kilogram of pure, raw honey. Don't skimp on this. You'll also need to grab the juice of 2 lemons and 1 lime, about 4.5 liters of good, clean spring or filtered water, and some recycled pop bottles or maybe a glass jug to hold your final masterpiece.
Okay, provisions gathered. Now let's get to the real heart of our elixir. It's time to meet the triple threat. These are the 3 roots that give this nectar its absolutely unforgettable character.
First in the lineup, Peruvian Ginger. And let me tell you, this is not your average grocery store ginger. Oh no, this is the source of the elixir's signature bold, intense heat. It's what gives the drink that fiery personality and that amazing spicy aroma you're gonna love.
Next up, we've got Greater Galangal. I kind of think of this one as the cool, collected partner to that fiery ginger. It brings in these really beautiful, uplifting notes of pine and citrus that just slice right through the heat, adding a whole other layer of bright, complex flavor.
And rounding out our trio is Lesser Galangal. Okay, this one's the mystery. It adds this smoky, sophisticated finish that's just unforgettable. Honestly, this is the secret weapon. It's what takes the drink from being just spicy and sweet to something genuinely, deeply memorable.
All right, it is time to fire up the cauldron. Or, just a big pot on your stove works too. This first part is all about extracting every bit of that incredible flavor. And it's super simple. First, add 3 liters of water to a large pot. Then, just drop in that triple root blend bag. Bring it all to a boil and then let it simmer gently for 1 full hour. Trust me, this is where the magic really starts to happen.
Okay, now listen up, because once that hour is up, this next part is really important. Whatever you do, don't just toss that bag out. Grab some tongs or something and squeeze it hard. I mean it. Wring out every single last drop of that spicy, aromatic liquid. You do not want to leave any of that amazing flavor behind. Okay, this next step is absolutely crucial for getting the flavor just right. So we started with 3 liters of water, but some of that has obviously boiled off. To get that perfect flavor balance, you need to add cold spring water to the pot, topping it up until the liquid reaches exactly the 4-liter mark. This does 2 things. It perfects the flavor ratio, and it helps cool everything down a bit faster.
And that brings us to what might be the single most important number in this entire process. Are you ready? It's 35 degrees Celsius, or 95 Fahrenheit. This is the absolute maximum temperature your liquid can be before you add the honey and yeast. Why is this so critical? Well, if it's too hot, you'll kill all those amazing beneficial enzymes in the raw honey, and you'll kill the yeast. Game over. So please, be patient here. Just let it cool down. So, once you're sure it's cooled down to that nice, lukewarm temperature, it's time for the final mixture. It's easy. First, you're going to stir in all that honey until it's completely dissolved. Next, pour in the fresh lemon and lime juice. And for the final touch,
Just sprinkle about a quarter teaspoon of yeast right over the top. And that's it. The base is done.
And just like that, we've arrived at a fork in the path, a real crossroads in our quest. You've created the base elixir, this amazing foundation. But now, its final form is completely up to you.
So, the question is, what's it going to be? Are you going to create a delightful, sparkling, soft nectar? Or are you going to venture down the other path and brew a buzzing hard mead?
All right, let's talk about path number 1, the sparkling soft nectar. This is pretty straightforward. First, you'll fill your recycled pop bottles, but make sure you leave about 1.5 inches of space at the top. Second, and please don't skip this, use at least 1 plastic bottle as your pressure gauge. Then just store them all somewhere warm like a cupboard and give that plastic bottle a squeeze every day.
Okay, I really need you to pay close attention to this. Safety first. This is the most crucial safety step. When that plastic tester bottle feels rock hard, and I'm not kidding, I mean it feels like a rock, that is your signal. You need to move all the bottles into the fridge immediately. The cold stops the fermentation right in its tracks. If you wait too long, that pressure just keeps building, and they can literally explode. So please, be smart and be safe.
All right, let's move on to path number 2, the buzzing hard mead. Now this technique is just brilliant in its simplicity. Here's what you do. First, pour your elixir into a 2-liter bottle or a glass jug. Second, stretch the balloon over the neck of the bottle. Third, get that zip tie and secure it on there nice and tight. And finally, take that little gold pin and poke one single hole right in the top of the balloon. And believe it or not, you've just created a perfect, simple, and super effective airlock.
So, what's actually happening over the next 2 weeks? It's pretty cool. The yeast is having a feast, eating up all the sugar from the honey. As it does that, it creates 2 things, alcohol and CO2 gas. That gas is what inflates the balloon. Now, that tiny pinhole you made lets the CO2 escape, but it's too small to let any nasty oxygen in. After about 14 days or so, the bubbling will stop, the balloon will go limp, and that, my friend, is the sign that your mead is ready.
So there you have it, all the basic knowledge to get started. But hey, before we wrap this up, let's go over a few pro tips, some secrets straight from the beekeeper, to help you really master the magic of this brew.
Okay, a few things to remember. First, your yeast will be much happier if you use clean, chlorine-free water, so try to avoid tap water if you can. Second, if you don't have a thermometer, no big deal. Just use the pinky test. If it feels lukewarm and comfortable on your finger, you're good to go. Third, don't throw away that extra yeast. It'll keep for months in the fridge. And finally, a great little trick. If your finished mead tastes a bit too dry for your liking, you can just back sweeten it with a little of that leftover honey.
And there you have it. The knowledge is all yours now. You have all the secrets you need to brew a truly spicy, complex, and utterly unique elixir right in your own kitchen. So, the only question left is, which path will you choose? Which elixir are you going to brew first? Whatever you decide, happy brewing!